I'm your host, Most Local 183. You're joining me for Heist Monaco Chapter 12. Not furious, per se. At your headquarters, you go over what you heard outside the palace. Ansel was clear. All roads are going in and out of Monaco will be closed during the royal wedding. Which means we've lost our escape route. That'd be fantastic. We won't get far if we're hitting barricades and dodging the fuzz. Tilly, tell me we can still make this work somehow. I guess we'll have to now. I'd planned our getaway to the second. I mapped every possible route, tailed the local law enforcement till I knew every coffee break they might take, let alone response time. Till it all came down to getting us from the palace to the docks in 7 minutes, where we'd hightail it out of there on our getaway boats. If it takes any longer than 7 minutes, it'll be goodbye to international waters and hello to prison cells. Alright, so the situation's grim, but you can still come up with a kick-ass solution. Right, Tilly? I can think of several solutions that involve actually kicking Ansel's ass. I'm down, but how is that gonna get us our escape route? It won't, but it'll be fun. I've gone over all the options, and there's only one way our escape route will work now. Okay, so there is a way. I'll take it. Don't get excited just yet. We'd have to go through Port Dumont. Port Dumont. I think I've heard of it. Private property near the coast, right? Give me a second and I'll have visuals. Samara cleans up the space clutter on the table for a laptop, already busy pulling up satellite images of the property. Walk us through it, Tilly. If we could get access to the property, we could use the San Marquis Bridge. Tilly leans over Samara's shoulder to zoom in on the bridge. You step closer to see. It's the perfect shortcut to bypass the closed roads, and then we're home free. Of course, the property is gated, patrolled, and locked down at 9. That's a lot of security. If the property is under that close a watch, Ansel probably won't bother having his own team monitor. But this also makes it harder for us to get access, unless we've been approved in advance. So we'll go directly to the owner. It's our only option. I have to convince whoever owns Port Dumont to give us access to the bridge. Samira, see what you can find out about the owner of Port Dumont. No secret can be hidden from Blackbird. I can rip them up like weeds. Just a few keystrokes. Samira has the information. Tristan Dumont, big name in the shipping industry, and apparently he's very rich. Harris raises an eyebrow. Lots of money, a super lockdown property. Maybe Tristan's doing some shady business on the side. Wait, go back to the night view of those satellite images. There. See the stretch of road that's illuminated? I know that shape. This is a race route. Search for mentions a King Circuit. Looks like you were right, Harris. Dumont does have a hobby on the side, underground street races. He never races himself, but he frequently hosts them on his property. I've heard of these races, John. They're notoriously dangerous. No rules at all. People die. Good to know. This could be useful when we talk to Dumont. Miranda, I'll need you with me to make sure we're pulling the right strings. Of course. I've had plenty of experience with people like Dumont. Tilly, you'd better come along as well. It might go better if Dumont knows we have a passion in common. We may need to talk cars. Oh, I can car talk with the best of them. Good. Then let's get ready. As your crew splits up, you notice that Tilly seems more quiet than usual. Hey, is everything okay? You don't seem like yourself. Oh, you noticed? You're usually the peppiest one here. This room doesn't have nearly enough chaos going on right now. To be honest, hearing about those underground races at King Circuit brought up some stuff. It reminded me of my old self, the Tilly who lived for the adrenaline rush. It was always consequences be damned for me, but as long as I got the thrill of the danger, that's why I lost my sponsorship.
I think I understand. You're afraid of falling back into that pattern.
It would just be so easy, you know? But I don't want to risk losing the chance to do what I really love. As soon as I get my exotic pets back, I want to give them proper care they need. Ain't nothing more rewarding than that. But I also don't want to give up the thrill to live a safe, normal, boring life. Does that make sense?
Tilly, you should find a balance between them both. You're thinking at extremes. It doesn't need to be one or the other, after all. If anyone's good at finding alternative routes, it's you. Why not apply that to life as well as racing?
I like that. I hope you're right.
Tilly tosses her hair back, and you see a hint of her usual smile coming back to her face.
Listen to me getting all weepy. We got a job to do, right? Maybe some action will make me feel better.
Don't worry. We seem to find action wherever we go. Randall walks over to the two of you.
Ready to go. Samira found out the address for Dumont's home and sent him a message. He's expecting us.
Randall hesitates, looking over Tilly with a faint frown of disapproval. By the way, new music. #shocked.
Tilly, you look like someone in desperate need of a luxury spa day. Why? 'Cause my hair's not smooth enough for your standards? I got dirt on my jeans. Well, now that you mention it, that too, but I meant because you're clearly out of sorts. Oh, you mean you're actually worried about me? I just think we all deserve some self-care every now and then, especially young women who work as hard as the two of us. Well, when you put it like that, hell yeah. Matching face masks for both of us when we get back, and then we'll go mud trucking. Wouldn't that defeat the point of the... Never mind. I know I won this one.
Alright, we've got work to do. Let's go win some favors from Dumont.
Sometime later, a butler ushers you into Dumont's home, a beautiful mansion near the French Riviera. Nice for you. I feel like I should take my shoes off or something. Beautiful taste, isn't it?
Let's just hope he's feeling generous.
Ah, you must be my 12 o'clock. John, was it? I'm glad you're on time. I do value good manners.
A booming voice echoes throughout the foyer. You look around up to see a man, well-tailored suit at the top of the stairs.
I hear you've got some urgent business to discuss.
Dumont starts to walk down the stairs, his shrewd eyes narrowed as he looks at you. Mr. Dumont, your property is beautiful. Brenda nods at you approvingly. Your gifter's trust increased.
Yes, it's clear that you enjoy the finer things in life. I respect that.
Well, you won't. You're not wrong about that. Please do make yourselves comfortable. But don't step on that carpet. I just had it steamed.
Mr. Dumont, we understand that your property includes the San Marquis Bridge, right?
That's correct, but Port Dumont isn't open to the public.
That's why we're here. What would it take to get full unmonitored access to San Marquis Bridge for 1 hour?
Should I inquire as to the nature of your business with my bridge?
It's a private matter, Mr. Dumont. I'm sure you understand the need for discretion.
Yes, I suppose I do. Just what are you offering?
We're willing to pay. I'm sure we can settle on that sum that will...
Money? I've plenty of that already. No deal.
Just like that? You're not even willing to discuss it?
When I said no deal, I mean it. Need I remind you that you're guests in my home?
I just think you should consider it.
Miranda glides forward with an effortless smile, silencing Tilly with a touch of the arm.
Do forgive our friend here. You know how drivers get always ready to speed ahead.
Dumont looked at Tilly with a renewed interest.
What's that? You've got some knowledge of racing.
Oh yeah, I do. I'm only the best driver you've ever laid eyes on.
This is my associate, Tilly Marshall. Maybe you've heard of her.
Heard of her? Weren't you that hotshot driver who took a shortcut through a 5-star golf course in the middle of a race?
That was one time. And yeah, maybe I got some golf balls through the windshield, but I won that race.
Tilly is the best there is. Hands down.
Well, well, and here you stand in my home. You three may not be bad news after all.
I take it you're a racing man yourself, Mr. Dumont.
Ah, absolutely. I wouldn't tell this to just anyone, but...
He sizes Tilly up and down, as though looking at a prize racehorse.
I happen to host a race here on my property. Maybe you've heard of King's Circuit?
Sure, smaller than the tracks I'm used to, but I hear it's not bad.
Dumont's eyes light up at Tilly's confident tone. Miranda meets your eyes and gives you a subtle nod. Sorry to cut this short, but if we can't do business, then we really should be...
Hold on now!
Dumont catches your arm as you start to move towards the door, his eyes still glued to Tilly.
Maybe we can do business. I've got something you want, and, well, you may have something I want after all. Tell me, do you like to take bets?
I've been known to gamble from time to time.
I'm hosting a race tomorrow. I've got money on my best driver. If Tilly here can beat him, I'll give you access to my bridge. But if you lose, your driver here will sign a contract with me. I could use some new blood for my street races.
Dumont turns to you, holding out his hand.
What do you say? Shake on it?
My driver against your bridge? It's up to Tilly. Dumont turns expectantly, Tilly raising his eyebrows.
I'll do it.
Excellent. We have a wager.
Claps your hands with his and shakes Tilly's hand as well.
I should warn you, though, I have an excellent driver. You'll be up against highest caliber.
We'll see about that.
Back at your headquarters, you ready yourself for the race in the morning. Tilly, you're sure you're alright with this? It's a risk throwing you into a gamble like this.
It won't be a problem, because I won't lose, but I need a co-driver to keep lookout and take over if anything happens to me.
Is that standard?
Anything goes on King's Circuit. Weapons are allowed. Sabotage is common. It's the high mortality rate. No one drives these races alone.
Of course I'll do it, Tilly. Between the two of us, we can. Tilly gives you a fierce grin.
Thanks, John. Just be ready to fight dirty. And it wouldn't hurt if you would have blended in a little better. These guys put a lot of stock in the street cred.
God damn it, I hit the mouse. Last thing we need is trouble before we even get on the racetrack.
Lucky for you, I borrowed something from one of my racer friends. No one will mess with you if you wear this.
Alright, let's see it then. Okay, what? You just look like you're a professional driver.
Life. Live life a quarter of a lane and...
Whatever. I think I'll go in street clothes.
You suit yourself. As long as you're ready to hit the racetrack, that's good enough for me.
So, who do you think we'll be up against tomorrow? Dumont seemed pretty confident about his driver.
I'm guessing it's someone who's not afraid to cheat. If they're a regular at the King's Circuit.
Well. Have to beat them fair and square. Or else cheat better.
You know I like an unconventional approach.
The King's Circuit. Port Dumont. In the morning, you and Tilly drive up to the racetrack on Dumont's property. Other drivers tune up their cars, cursing out anyone who gets too near. A sleek, elegant sports car catches your eye, and you see Dumont proudly showing it off to a group of onlookers.
It can go anywhere from 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds.
I had it custom made, of course.
and modified to my exact specifications. There's Dumont. Let's go meet his driver.
I'm eager to meet whoever he thinks is capable of beating...
Oh god, it's Gina. Well, look who decided to show their faces.
Gino!
Ah, the opposition has arrived. I'd like you two to meet the best driver at King's Circuit.
Ah, we've met. Yes, when you passed me over despite my incredible talents. Savor this trash. Gino spits on the floor at Tilly's feet.
Oh, now I know you ain't dumb enough to think you can go and do that and get away with it. You just spit on the wrong pair of boots.
Tilly takes a threatening step towards Gino, who sneers, but Dumont steps between them.
Save it for the track. I've got too much riding on this race to risk one of you being put out of commission. At least before the race has even started.
Do worse than put you out of commission. I'll be carrying you off the course in a body bag with the car's engine shoved up your...
You want to think twice before you finish that sentence.
Enough, Gino. Go tune up your vehicle and your manners.
Gino swears under his breath, shoving against your shoulder as he goes. Tilly ignores him, pulling you out of Dumont's earshot.
Do you see that car Dumont showing off? The thing's a beauty, John.
You look back at the gleaming sports car, still surrounded by a group of awe-struck admirers. It's black. I heard Dumont saying he had it custom made. The man is definitely passionate about his hobbies.
And he knows his stuff. The modifications he put on that thing will make it the fastest car in Monaco. This is a world-class machine. The baby's got my name written all over it, John. It's whispering sweet nothings in my ear. Don't you hear it? Drive me, Tilly. Make me fly, Tilly. Rev my engine.
Alright, maybe I should give you and the car some alone time.
Think about it, John. If we make our getaway in that, there's no way in hell Ansell's people will ever catch us.
It'd be too risky to steal, ain't? But we do know if Dumont is a gambling man, we could wager him for it.
Now you're talking. We gotta give this a try, John.
Gamble for the sports car to boost your driver's trust, raise your high score, and unlock a speedy getaway. I'm thinking 30 diamonds. 20 at the minimum.
17. You sure?
You're skilled enough without some fancy sports car. We'll make the getaway. No problem. You walk back over to Dumont.
Race will kick off soon. You'd better get to the starting line.
I'm looking forward to these.
And we're looking forward to winning.
You and Tilly start to climb in your car, where it waits on the starting line, when suddenly you hear a familiar voice. Well, it seems that fate has brought us together again. Turn to see Fabian Achman, leaning casually against the hood of the car next to yours. He looks you over with a smirk. Somehow I didn't think I'd see the last of you. You look good, John. Good to see you two again, Fabian. I guess we've, should have figured you'd be here. I go where the races go, since certain other opportunities didn't pan out for me. Frowns at Tilly, and she gives him a dangerous smile.
Hope you're not scared to be up against me again.
Scared? No, never. Just glad for some actual competition. It's been scarce lately. The countdown to the race begins, and Fabian gives you one last smoldering look before ducking into the front seat of his car. He's into it. I'll see you on the track, John. I'll be the one flying past you. You and Tilly climb into your car, strapping yourselves in as the cacophony of revving engines fills the air.
Ready for this?
Always.
You might want to look in the glove compartment. Hopefully you won't need to use it, but...
Pop up in the glove compartment and see the shining barrel of a gun. Why would I need to...
Just when things get messy.
Or you can reply, the flags come down until he hits the gas, the car jumps forward, and you're pressed back into the seat of the sudden burst of speed.
Woohoo! Full throttle, baby!
Till he rams her way through a cluster of cars in front of you, speeding ahead onto the open road with a screech of tires. Now this is what I hired you for. Till he shoots you a grin, but just then, a car swerves ahead of you, blocking your path. The driver flips you off as he moves in front of you.
Oh, hell nah.
Till he darts to the left and right, but the car persistently blocks each move, and suddenly a thick glob of something sails past your window. What was that?
Oil! They're trying to smear our windshield so we can't see. I have to focus on dodging this. I need you to find a way around them.
Quickly scan the road. There's a small shoulder to the left. You notice flecks of rust on the car's bumper. Ramming their bumper. Tilly doesn't hesitate, ramming into the back of the other car with a screech of metal against metal. The bumper comes clean off, crashing onto the road as the car in front of you spins out of control.
They were, but the front of our car got dented. That could slow us down later.
Shit. Keep going, dodging the other drivers. You see Gino fly past, his co-driver, aiming a gun at your wheels. Look out, they're trying to flatten our tires. The bullets fly, but Tilly expertly dodges and pulls ahead.
Oh, they're definitely not going to go down that easy.
Your car is hit with a gentle bump and a familiar voice calls out to you.
Nice moves, but I have a race to win. Maybe you made the wrong choice, John.
Vivian speeds on past, eluding, weaving around the other cars. Suddenly, the light catches a shiny object ahead of you, and you realize there are spikes in the road. Someone dropped spikes. We can't go straight. A bottleneck of cars fills the gap between the spikes, and you see what looks like an abandoned warehouse beside the road.
I need a clear path. What do you see?
Go off-road.
You don't gotta ask me twice.
Daly gives the wheel a wrench, and you bounce off the road, crash straight through the doors of the warehouse. You see a blur of cement walls, stacks of boxes, graffiti on the walls. You're suddenly in the air as Daly launches over a staircase, and then you're crashing out on the other side, back onto the road ahead of the other cars. Played your driver's strengths.
Woo! This is what I live for. Good call, John.
Tilly passes car after car until you're in the final stretch, and you suddenly hear an engine roar. Gino pulls up beside you, and now you're neck and neck. You roll down your window, leaning out to see how close you are to the finish line. You're met with a blast of wind that feels like it rushes right through your thin clothes. It takes you a moment to catch your breath. Almost there. We gotta shake him. You duck your head back in as Gino sideswipes your car, trying to run you off the road. Tilly holds steady, jerking the wheel to stay on track.
It's up to you, John. I'll get us to the finish line. Just slow down Gino, whatever it takes.
Frantically look around for ideas, pushing some loose change aside as you pop on the dashboard. Gino laughs at you through his window. No pennies at his window. Let's see if that works versus the gun. You see a handful of change roll down your window and start pelting pennies against Gino's window.
Huh?
For a moment he looks confused as they ping against the glass, but he doesn't slow down.
John, what are you doing?
I thought if I distracted him it might throw him off.
It's no good. I'll have to force him off the track.
Quickly roll your window back up till he rams sideways into Gino's car. The metal screeches as the cars lock together. Then Gino spins off the track. You fly over the finish line, Gino cursing, echoing behind you. I would have thought the penny thing would have worked. Like, I thought the gun was like worst case scenario, and we weren't in the worst case scenario, you know? We did it, Tilly. That was some of the best driving I've ever seen. Tilly trusts you for so far.
Couldn't have done it without you. You make a good co-driver, John.
Glad I could help, but this win belongs to you. You and Tilly get out of your car, stretching your muscles, adrenaline from the race still coursing through your bodies. Neil's Fabian giving you an approving grin as he climbs out of his own car. Then suddenly, Gino's face fills your side. He's out of breath and panting, and you see that he ran the last few yards on foot.
I've never seen such despicable cheating in my life. I would have beaten you.
Gino, we literally saw you shooting people's tires on the racetrack. I don't think you can talk about cheating. It's over, we won.
How many times am I gonna have to beat you before you admit I'm the better driver?
Gino, it seems that your car is stuck in a ditch by the track. I want it cleared out by noon. Do you hear me? Dumont walks over to you, giving Gino a furious look, like he slinks away with his head down. So you've won our little wager, and I'm a man of my word. You may have access to my bridge as requested. I hate to lose, but I can appreciate the talent on the racetrack. And you put up a good show. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Dumont shakes hands with you and Tilly one last time, and then goes off to speak with the other drivers.
Damn, that race got my blood pumping. I always get such a good rush from a race like that.
Tilly looks you over with a wicked grin, shaking her wind-swept curls out of her face.
On our way here, I noticed at the garage where Dumont keeps his car collection. We could sneak right in and take a look around. No one would notice while they're all busy out here.
Sneak into the collection room to celebrate your win, get some alone time, and boost your driver's trust. We're gonna make out on one of his cars, or maybe in one. No time. Sorry, Tilly, I know you want to celebrate, but we gotta stay focused.
That's alright. I'll just treat myself to a very big margarita when we get back to the safe house.
Later that day, as you and Tilly head back down to the safe house through the winding Monaco streets.
You know, this job today reminded me of how much I love the thrill races like that.
I know you were worried about getting lost in the rush of danger again. Are you feeling better about it?
Sure am. Having you riding shotgun with me, I realized I can have someone watching my back. I don't need to take the risk of being alone. I can still enjoy the thrill of it, but I don't gotta get lost in it.
I'm glad. So you think you can resist the temptation of the adrenaline rush?
It's a siren song, that's for sure, but I think I can stay focused on my living my life. After all, once I get my animals back, they'll need to know I'm still come home to them every day.
They're not the only ones who want you to come back in one piece. Tilly beams at you, the sunlight casting a warm glow over her face. Hug. Flip your arm around Tilly's shoulder, squeezing her against your side for a moment in an affectionate hug.
See, I can't let myself get killed in a dangerous stunt when I got to this to look forward to.
Good. Gotta keep you coming back safe and sound. Smile peacefully as the wind whips through your hair, your car cruising through the streets of Monaco. Back at the safe house, Lena pulls you aside almost as soon as you walk through the door.
Something you should know, John.
What's going on?
Triton sent out some info to all of its members. Apparently they're planning to release a memo on the day of the royal wedding. It's going to include a list of persons of interest who should be stopped at all costs if seen in the vicinity of the palace.
I'm guessing persons of interest means all of us. What exactly are we dealing with here? Just names or...
And pictures. Every member of Triton will know our faces.
It's okay, we'll just get a face mold. Next time on The Heist.
I love hacks.
Let me guess. Cusimir? Cusimir. Alrighty, well, with that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head in the description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. It's greatly appreciated. Also,
in case you didn't know. We're streaming the Metro Exodus on PC over on Twitch. Feel free to join us for that. It's a lot of fun. Everybody who's came over has enjoyed it. And, you can join me in Atrium as we just go through and we rock some shit and go and save, Russia and the world from atrocities. Yes. And with that being said, thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys for the next video or on stream. Peace.